Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Erin Bees. I am a wife. I'm a mom of two. I'm a military veteran, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing. I healed my way out of that, thank goodness, and discovered human design in the process. And I'm using my channel to tell stories, to tell my stories, to tell the stories of those of you that aren't comfortable sharing your story. And I'm excited to be here with you today, and I hope you are too. If you are brand new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here since I started it, hello, thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys. Make sure that you're following me on social media. I am the most active on Instagram, although I'm really trying to be active on TikTok. So you can follow me there. And if you click the link in the video description, you're going to find information on merch. You're going to find my podcast. You're going to find all of the things. And so I would love for you to also become a member. That is something new. And I think that we need to celebrate that. So shout out to my members. Appreciate you guys. And I hope you are loving the tea that I'm spilling in our little secret community that we've got going. So without further ado, we are here to share some MLM horror stories. It is time. It is time. Okay. On today's menu, I have three stories. I've got three stories for you. One is has to do with Modair. The other one is how do you say this? Ziya? Zya? I don't know how to say it, but we're going to talk about that. And then I'm also going to share something else with you guys. None of these stories come from me today. I tell all the stories. You guys know that. And if you love that, thank you. Appreciate you. And yeah, we're going to dive into it. So these are all going to be anonymous. And if you would like to share your story, if you are ready to start, because what I've noticed is that there is kind of there's a process to this. You start by telling, just kind of messaging or watching anti-MLM content, something like that. And then it's like you want to start kind of telling your story. And this is all really, it's part of your healing journey. I started to consume anti-MLM content and I was like, oh my God, there's people out there that feel the same way that I do. And then you start to interact with some of the anti-MLM content creators, and then you start to have this kind of urge to share your story, whether it's through something like this where you're sharing, they're reading your horror story, or whether you start to tell your own story on whatever platform feels right for you. Just know that this is all part of the healing journey, and the intention of doing this in the first place is to help with healing. It's also to prevent people from joining some of these companies so that they don't go through some of the things that we all have gone through if you've been a part of it. Okay? Yeah. Here we go. Story number one. I'm going to read right from my phone. Good afternoon, Erin. There are so many horror stories that I have from my time in Modair, later Pruvit, that I truly don't know where to begin. So I suppose that I'll share this one from Modair. This happened with my upline. I'm not going to mention their names because I'm not sure if these people are public figures. But I will say that one of the people mentioned has their own training. They're actively building in a multi-level marketing company, and they have their own kind of lifestyle training. So let me know if you guys are smelling what I'm stepping in. Okay. I joined my new company in April of 2017, and much to my surprise was having insane success almost overnight. I attended all of the training. I spent countless hours with my laptop, phone, and computer right in front of me with multiple chat boxes open, doing all the things. How many of you, that used to be your life? I used to sit at this computer for like 14 hours a day. I was always in the chats. I was always on those emergency Zooms. God, why did we do that to ourselves? But anyways, in addition, I was told that in order to have real long-lasting success, that I needed to be going live every single day. When I was told that I didn't know what to go live about, I was directed to one of the head couples within the company and just told to plug in to their training. I did. I still felt uncomfortable, but I did it anyways. I was seeing success, and so was my team. So they had me do a huge team training in our team group on Facebook. This was after only being in the company for 3 weeks. Yikes. And they threw you to the wolves. Then the real crazy hit. There was a corporate event happening in Salt Lake City the week after my children had surgery. I hope your kids are okay. Children, that sounds plural. I hope your babies are okay. I kept telling my direct upline that I just didn't think I could make it. And yet your kid just had, or kids just had surgery. Of course you're not going to make it. Like that's the thing that I don't get about a lot of these multi-level marketing companies. They talk about how, well, you can do this in your spare time and you can, it's full-time income, part-time hours, and you can, the side hustle stuff that they talk about. But it's like anytime you have something going on in life where you can't dedicate that however many hours a day, it's like they guilt trip you. I think we all know where this is going, right? Oh, yeah. I was bullied, not just by her, but her upline as well. Then to make matters worse, I was thrown into a group chat with another individual, and all 3 of these people told me that if I was truly the leader and a team player, that I would figure out how to get to the event. Otherwise, I didn't really want the huge lifestyle change for myself, my children, or my team. Let's unpack this. So they wanted you to go to this training even though your kids just had surgery and they needed their parents. And you were taking care of them. I don't know the age of the kids. It doesn't really matter in my opinion. If your kid has surgery, I don't know any parent that doesn't want to be there to take care of them. So then they throw you in a 3-way chat and they all start guilting you and spinning it like, oh, well, clearly you don't want to be successful. You're not really that invested then because leaders show up. I know they said that. I also know that in the MLM space, they talk about the more people that you get to the events, it's $1,000 increase in your pay, not yours, the person attending, that leaders pay for everybody that comes. So think about this. If you're a leader and you have 10 people coming, you're like, oh my God, that's $10,000 increase in my pay just from getting this to the event. But like when you think about the events that happen within the MLM space, what are you walking away learning? Nothing. It's all belief and vision and nothing about building a business. Maybe they talk about like the new products. Maybe they talk about, some new technology or something, but like, what do you learn at the events? I know the answer because I've attended, I can't even tell you how many events. So was it really about you and you taking yourself seriously, your business seriously and being invested? No, it had everything to do with them and the money that they're going to make by you attending. And by the way, they're not paying for you to get there. You're paying to get there. But it's a tax write-off, bro. Okay. I went off in a little rant. I'm not going to apologize. So I contacted my best friend who was more than happy to watch the kids. I packed up and drove 26 hours by myself to the event because I didn't want to not show up for the team. And I most certainly didn't want my children to see me as a failure. First of all, you probably already know this by now. Your kids do not see you as a failure. Not at all. Not at all. That being said, I did have fun. Our team did see success. And by the way, if you are this person's leaders, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. If it's really about the people, you would have said, I think it's a good idea for you to stay home. I think those babies are going to need you after that surgery. They want their mom or their dad. I think it's really important that you stay. I get it completely. We'll see you at the next one. Because this is the people business, right? Man, these people. Our team did see success, and that continued for a while until I needed to make a change to our family. Then, in almost one fell swoop, because I needed to focus on family and not the business, I was berated, shamed, blocked from team trainings and my upline that weeks prior was just singing my praises for making such a great adjustments for my family. For my family was in the inboxes of my friends and their downline attesting to get them to leave my team because I wasn't the leader that they deserved, and according to them was just going to jump ship and leave them high and dry without warning. This wasn't even the worst of what happened during my time with the company. However, it set the tone for everything else that came after. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this with you. Okay. Y'all, we have some things to unpack with that. Because a lot of these leaders in MLM are like, oh man, this is about you. This is about your business. No, it's not. It's about the money that you make. It's about the money that you make because you think by people coming to these events that you're going to make more money because you think they're getting trained. Really, all it is they are being indoctrinated all over again. So they're going to get hyped up on these endorphins, and they're dancing around and jumping around and watching, their friends walk across the stage and get these awards, or they're winning awards and they're taking the picture with the president or the CEO or whatever. And they're like, oh my God, look at me on stage, or I got to speak. And it's all smoke and mirrors because they're going to go home. It's going to last for a little bit. And that's why they say, get them to the next event. Because if you're creating this smoke and mirrors situation, there's less time for them to actually ask questions with, why am I dedicating so much time? What money am I actually making? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, because I think that is absolutely vile. By the way, I forgot to address this. We have a new background. I painted with my husband this past weekend. There is custom artwork coming. I can't do it, you guys. I can't put the rhino painting back up. I can't do it. So I'm not going to put it back up. I'm probably going to put a shelf right here with some candles and some cool things. I may just leave it like this for a while because I love the color. I love the green. I don't know. What do y'all think? Probably should address that when we first started. What did you guys think of horror story number 1? We're going to go to the second one. And it's serious when I tongue click. It's serious. Okay. Here we go. This one is about, I don't know how to say this. Ziya. You know what I'm talking about. This is a short but sweet one. Hey, Aaron. This next sentence I love. I love it so much. I'm on a mission here for revenge against this Z company. Basically, I'm a small anti-MLM channel, and every time I make a video on them, they harass me. Last time I posted about them on IG, they mass reported me, got me blocked, and my post was taken down for hate speech. Imagine that. LOL. I'm in contact with a few former girls, and they told me that leader, insert a name, definitely sent her whole downline to report my post, and that is something she usually does and behavior she encourages. Oh, I have her IG. We'll find some way to do something with that. So I'd love to see more anti-MLMers speak on it because their pack behavior is definitely insane. She also has included a message from one of the former reps that says, former Z company babe here. They're good at replicating behavior, so I guarantee you reporting you was passed all down the line. I bet that leader, I know her, in parentheses, even ran an incentive. So let's unpack this, shall we? Basically, what she's saying is she's speaking out because if you notice, most anti-MLMers, they have a specific company that they talk about because it's based on their experience. So for me, you guys know that it was actually 6 different companies, but Modere and Pruvit were my most recent. There are so many other people like Jessica Hickson talks about It Works, and Julie Joe talks about Arbonne, and I could name all these content creators in the anti-MLM space. that talk about specific companies. So she's sharing her story on her YouTube channel. And the crazy part about it is it's probably some kind of weird homework that this leader was like, hey, go and report this, send me the screenshot. And if you do, I'm going to put you into a drawing for whatever. By the way, that is information control based on the BITE model. You can look that up. I talk about that a lot. That was massive for me when I was really starting to wake up and really see MLM for what it is. So check that out if you haven't already. But how crazy is this? This is like this is like in LuLaRich, where Deanne, was having a bad day, and they would all post about how incredible she is, and they would put it under a specific hashtag. And I feel like I just saw something like this happening with the former team that I was associated with in Pruvit. Like, oh, it's close to her birthday. Let's all go post and tell her how amazing she is. And then what does that leader do? They go on social media and they're like, oh my God, I don't know what's going on, but look at what everybody is doing. Boo. It's gross. Stop it. We all see it. We all know what's going on. Please knock it off. Okay, next. So that was horror story number 2. Actually, I think I might have 4 for you guys today. All right, here's the next one. Horror story number 3. Let me know what you thought about number 2. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the company. Should I do a deep dive? Because I actually have heard that multiple times. So let me know if that Z company, whatever. Let me know if I should do a deep dive on them, because you guys like my deep dive. So, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Y'all are the real MVPs. All right. So, and I love how when you guys email me, you're like, I have so many horror stories to tell you, but I'm going to start with this one. I'm like, yes, tell me all the things. Like, let me help tell your story until you're ready to tell it yourself. I have plenty of these, but I wanted to share the one that first made me think, wait, what? I want to start by saying I got brave enough to close my distributor account this month thanks to you and your content. You guys, you have no idea how excited this makes me. When I get messages from you guys, it happens every day, and I'm not exaggerating by any means. I got 2 messages today. One was, hey, I finally canceled my account. It's official. I'm out of this company. And then the other one was, hey, I didn't join because of your content. I have been watching this person for a long time, and I've been watching your video because I wanted to, see all sides of this company and working with this specific person. And because of your content, I decided not to join. You have saved me so much money. And it was so cool, you guys, because I said to her, well, now you can take that money and actually start a business on your own. You don't need an MLM to start your own business. There are so many ways that you can make money, but now you've just saved yourself time, energy, heartache. You guys have been here for a while, but how cool is that? Like, I love those messages. And so this is just another example of that, which it gives me goosebumps, because I really do feel like I'm preventing people from having some of the same kind of pain that I did, the questioning of myself, the lack of self-esteem, just the guilt trips and all of that. We're preventing that from happening, and you and I are doing that together. And I think that is so cool. So every time you share my content, every time you interact, every time you subscribe and you're interacting with me here, you're boosting the algorithm, and in turn you're helping people either not join, or you're helping people to leave because they no longer feel like they're alone. They realize, oh my gosh, there's this whole community of people that feel just like me. So I know I went off on a tangent, but I felt like it was important to share. Okay. I got brave enough to close my distributor account this month, thanks to you and your content. I actually realized after checking the income disclosure statement, sis, you checked the income disclosure statement. I'm so proud of you. That makes me happy. I realized I was in the top 0.5% of the company, which is crazy to me, probably because you felt like garbage. I'm going to be honest, because I didn't realize I was in the top 0.38% because I felt like I was never doing enough. I wasn't making enough progress. I wasn't making enough money. I just wasn't doing enough. So I understand that statement very clearly. I hit a decent rank, but overall, I absolutely lost money. When you compare the stock I was encouraged to buy and all the costs of events. True. I'm going to try and keep this generic, but there was a big online event planned for my team, not my company. It was quite pricey, but I paid for upgraded tickets because it meant getting lots of swag as well as the event. The first thing that happened was that the event eventually got opened up to the public. Wait. So you paid for this event. This just in, I'm getting word that over 1,100 MLM companies were served a warning letter from the FTC against their money-making ventures. Pruvit, Paparazzi, Monet, and more are listed. For more information or to report these income claims on your social media page from any company, please visit the video description listed below. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program. You paid for this event. And then it was after you paid, after money was collected from you and who knows how many other people, it was opened up to everybody. Make that make sense. That makes no sense to me. That makes no sense to me. Like anybody who wanted to attend could suddenly attend, and we were going to use it as some sort of mass recruiting drive. There it is. Look at us. Look what our team does. Look at all the training that you get. Look at the speakers we bring in. Look at what we're doing. Look how many people are on. Look at all the social media. By the way, let's create another hashtag just for this event so that everybody can see what we're doing. Oh, God. So everybody who paid still paid, but then thousands of others were just getting in for free. Okay. I just needed a minute. I think the idea then was the swag was the actual bonus for people that paid. I had 2 lots coming for myself and my husband. I saw people receiving theirs and sharing it all over their stories, and I patiently waited in anticipation for our big boxes to arrive. Side note, we do not live in the US, so it was expected that it would take some time for shipping. The swag never arrived. I asked about it and was told it wouldn't be a problem. I had to let the organizer know what was missing and it would be shipped again. Well, I mean, all of it would be missing, right? Like if you didn't get anything, then everything was missing for something that you paid for. It still didn't arrive. And then I was told that a few were sent, a few orders or a few, I don't even know, a few lots, a few, I don't know, whatever, were sent back to the top leader. And she said she's not going to reship them. So okay, I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I'm just going to keep reading. I'm just going to keep reading. Okay, thanks for breathing with me. I have attached the screenshots of this conversation. For somebody who is a quote unquote servant leader, I was quite shocked that she would allow us to pay for something that was subsequently given away for free. And then, despite all the constant bragging about gifts and selfless acts for her team, shipping my swag that I had paid for was a step too far. I think that's vile. Sad to say, I actually tried to justify this to myself and my team for a long while before finally realizing it was a toxic cult. Thank you for sharing these and exposing it all, sending love and light. That's disgusting. I think that is so gross. And if I were you, you basically paid for something that you didn't get, especially if they were trying to say that the swag was what you were paying for. So the training was free, but the swag was what you were paying for. Number one, I know firsthand that actually goes against the policies and procedures for this specific company. Number two, I'm pretty sure you can file a claim. Depending on how you paid for something you didn't get it. You should file a claim. That's just my personal opinion. What do y'all think in the comments? Okay, last one. This was from a conversation I had on Instagram this morning, which was like, it was such a really cool conversation. But there are these apps Like it's a spinoff. I don't want to mention it, but it's a spinoff of a dating app where you can find friends, right? Okay. And essentially, this friend of mine has had some medical challenges that have prevented her from getting out. And she recently got her answers for what was going on. Not that part is not my story to tell. That part is none of my business. However, she finally is feeling better and she was able to get out this, we'll just say this past weekend. And so she wanted to meet some new people. She wanted to meet some friends. And so she joined this app and started to meet people in her area. And then all of the MLM pitches started to come in. So like, think about this. She's joining this app to make new friends. And as she's having these conversations with new friends, these people are on this friendship app to pitch their thing, to pitch their MLM, to pitch their business opportunity. You guys, that is so gross. That is so gross. Ugh. I think that is so, I just think that that's gross. So her and I were talking about it and I was like, oh my gosh. And she goes, and then Erin, and I'm like, oh my God, there's more. And she's like, yeah. Then right after that, my best friend is trying to get me on an opportunity call. And I was just like, I've had enough. And she had was really, really, I don't want to say she had a meltdown. That's not fair. But she was really, really upset because that's not what that app is supposed to be used for. So if you're an MLM, and you're doing this, please know we see you. Please stop it because we will report you to the app. That's not what this is for. And I'm sure in their policies, their users guideline or something, I'm sure that you're not really allowed to do that. So stop it because it's gross. Okay. Okay. All right, you guys. So let me know what you guys think about those horror stories. I think that they were pretty bad. I had a funny comment on my Instagram today because I was talking about narcissists. Because in my opinion, I do think that there is a breeding ground of narcissistic-like tendencies. Notice I'm not diagnosing anybody. It is not my position. I don't have the medical degree, but narcissistic-like tendencies within the top 1% of MLM. And I've talked about this a little bit. And it's really funny. I don't know what's going on energetically right now, but this comment on Instagram, you guys will have to go and check it out. She said, it's really funny because they're all coming out. All the narcissists are coming out like Thriller, like the video Thriller. It made me laugh so hard because I was picturing all these narcissists coming out like these zombies, like out of nowhere. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of that in the comments. And yeah. Thank you guys for being here. I hope that you had a good time hanging out. I hope that you support these people that share their MLM stories with us. I hope that you'll send me your MLM story. And another thing, I'm actually getting ready to start interviewing people on my podcast. So if you don't want me to read your story and you want to tell it in your own words, but you're not really you don't want to do it on video or whatever, I would love to have you on my podcast. So just let's not do that. Message me on Instagram and we can talk about getting you set up. I usually record on Wednesdays and I post my podcast on Thursdays. So let me know if that is something that interests you. Thank you guys for being here. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Please make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you turn the little bell notification on. And in case, I need to say this, everything in this video is based on my opinion. So thanks for being here. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, friends.